I spent most of my childhood in Thailand refugee camp. I was born in Cambodia. I don't remember much over there because when I was just a few months old, we had to leave the country because of the war. So we came to the United States in September of 1985. The worst part of it, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know how to speak English. There's kids that, making fun of you. Like there's a lot of bully going on. Every morning at the school gate, there's this one kid that's always there in front of the gate waiting for me, just making fun of me, asking to see my green card before I can get through the gate. I would get pushed from behind. At that time, I don't know what to say, just trying to bob and weave my way through. It was a little bit rough, and I didn't have nobody to tell. I don't have any brothers, older brothers. I would sometime like walking to class between period, I would get pushed from behind. That was during my junior high period. When I got into high school, I met this one guy. I always wanted to be around him. I guess you could say that I could feel safe and secure because I feel like he got my back no matter what. He would tell me stories about gangs, about who's the best out there, who's the toughest, on the street, and I worship that. Start smoking cigarettes, drinking beers, and then it leads to smoking marijuana, and later on, which eventually leads me to doing meth. I couldn't get away from it. I feel that now looking back, I feel like God's taken me away from those drugs because in 1995, that's when I got locked up. That morning, I was at the laundromat. I just had my clothes in the washer, and I went to the store next door. There's a mini mart next door. Got me a pack of cigarettes. As I walk out the door, packing it, and cops were standing out there, standing outside. He asked me, "Am I Mony?" I was like, "Yeah." And he reached out his hand. Then I thought he was going for a handshake, so I put my hand out. He grabbed it and cuffed me. Then I knew, once he cuffed me, I knew they're at my house, and that's what he explained to me. And I never got back to the house. From there on, he took me to downtown. At that time, I loved to write. There's a bunch of writings, in my room. I guess they took everything, as evidence, and I write gangster raps and stuff. I think that gang enhancement stuck on me because of the writing, that I've written down. Like they say that the weapons that I had, combined with those writing that I wrote, I'm intent to use it, So the judge sentenced me to 4 years. I don't know, for some reason they never gave me a release date, and then and finally one morning, I don't remember the date, they called me to roll up. Yeah, I got excited, finally get to come home. But then when we were in the holding tank waiting, to get an outtake, um, everyone else just leaving. I'm still in the holding tank, like what's going on, but all I could do is just sit and wait, and then all of a sudden, two ICE, agent came and picked me up. It's called Immigration and Custom Enforcement. They're the federal agent that's working with Department of Homeland Security. And that time I didn't put much effort into fighting it. I didn't think that we're gonna get deported. That never crossed our mind. I thought we were here to stay. We were here we got that permanent resident status. And you never know that this could happen. 2003, I have a master hearing in San Francisco. The judge ordered me removed from the United States. In 2010, I got a letter from Department of Homeland Security demanded me to turn myself in. Around that time, I've heard of people getting deported, you know, and it seems like when when I read that letter, it seems now it's a real thing that I might be gone. I didn't know what to do. Just cry. And being an atheist, you don't know who to turn to. It's limited. The world is limited resource. Um, I mean, I had lawyers already. I mean, they couldn't help me out no more because I exhausted all of my resources. And the BIA stands for Board of Immigration Appeal. They denied all and any motion that I filed to reopen my case. And I filed motion after motion. All I get back is denied. And like I said, I've exhausted all resources, and I didn't know who to turn to. I thought that this was it. A couple of days before I turned myself in, my wife had mentioned something to me about asking God for help. But being an atheist, my response was, what the hell is he going to do? That's when I turned myself in San Francisco, and they put me on a plane to Arizona. When I was there, that's when I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up the Bible. Might as well, since I'm here. I ain't got nothing to do. That's when I prayed like I never prayed before. And all throughout is, when I read it, I see love. He always asking people to turn back to him. That's when I asked him for forgiveness, and also I asked him if he could get me out of this, I would follow him the rest of my days. At that time, the thought of being away from my family, it was heartbroken. Because at that time, I felt that I'm gonna be, separated from my families. Because, from what I heard was during that time, I've heard there's people that getting deported, left and right. A few months later, the ICE agent dropped me off at Phoenix Greyhound Station. It was a lonely and I would say joyful ride back home on that bus. It was an amazing feeling. It was long, but it's well worth it. Get my freedom back, and this time I feel like I'm a different man. I was excited about my faith in God, and I just, I just can't wait to share with people. I mean, when you first became a Christian, I don't know if anybody feel like that, but that's how I was. Just excited. And soon that excitement faded. Slowly, I fell back to the pattern of the world. Gone back, I still drinking heavily, smoked. Just recently, I felt that God came back for me again. And I felt that He's telling me that, hey, I kept my part of the bargains, but you haven't kept yours. Like Luke 15, I felt that I was that lost sheep. Jesus left the 99, came for the one. October 20th, 2017, ICE came pick me up again. I was on my way to work. One morning, picked me up. I was scared for my families. I've seen people got deported. A few of my friends got deported. I think that's one of the reasons that God's testing me too, to put all this trust in Him. And at that time I just panicked. A few days in, after I got settled in Pinal County Jail in Arizona, they called me to to talk to the ICE agent. I thought it was an interview with the Cambodian consulate, but it wasn't. I remember I was in the holding tank with several other guys. I don't know. I was just could at that time I couldn't control my sobbing, and it was kind of embarrassing too. You know, with a bunch of guys around. I just keep just trying to face the wall. You know. I think that's the moment that I just cry out, you know, for help. They told me that they have travel documents for me. They're ready to deport me. So they told my wife to drop off my luggage. So what she did is drop off the luggage, you know. And then they flew us again to West Texas, waiting to get deported. The plane was scheduled on a Monday. I don't remember the date. I think it was the 18th, I believe. December 18th. On a Friday, they called my name to roll up, you know. Like, I was excited, you know. I knew I'm coming home when they, you know, when I'm coming back to the opposite direction. You know, so it was 2 days away from getting on that plane. The judge granted me the rehabilitation, you know, the certification of rehabilitation, and requested the governor to grant me a full pardon. Christmas Eve, I got released. That's the best Christmas present ever. I got released and get to spend Christmas with my family. My name is Mony, and I am forgiven.